My name is Delina Lee Huang, and this is Linda Delu, or Hoa Delu.
Hello, chúc mừng năm mới tất cả mọi người. Tôi tên là Hoa và đây là Delina Hoàng. Và chào mừng quý vị đến dự lễ tân niên năm Ất Mùi tổ chức lần thứ 2 tại Bronx. Okay.
Before we start the program with all the performances, I would like to introduce Mekong NYC. Mekong NYC is a grassroots community-based organization in the Bronx. We serve the Southeast Asian community throughout New York City, but we're specifically serving the Vietnamese and Cambodians, which are the largest population right now. So our three strategies, the three cores that we work on is arts and culture, social service and advocacy, and organizing and building the leadership of our community members.
Hello. Hôm nay chúng tôi đến với nhau như một gia đình, bạn bè và cộng đồng để ăn mừng năm mới để là Tết chính của người Việt Nam. Chúng ta đưa vào các hoạt động, chúng tôi sẽ giới thiệu Hội Mekong New York thành lập vào năm 2012. Mekong New York City là một tổ chức làm việc cùng cộng đồng Việt Nam và cộng đồng Cambodia. Hội sẽ giúp làm dịch vụ xã hội, thông dịch, thư từ và nhiều vấn đề khác.
So we have a few upcoming events in the next few months. So we have our March event on March 12th. We are having our first health forum on mental illnesses. On April 4th, we are having our 3rd year anniversary. On April 25th, we are having my New Year. On May 16th, we are having the Gem class, our traditional zither instrument class. On May 17th, it's the start of our language class. On July 6th is the beginning of our summer youth program. If you want more information about that program, you can go around and ask our Mekong members, or you can go out into the front desk.
Vài tháng tới, Hội Mekong sẽ có sự kiện và chương trình và chúng tôi muốn mời tất cả để tham gia. Vào ngày 12 tháng 3, diễn đàn Mekong New York City sẽ mở hội y tế. Và ngày tháng 4, 4 tây, 3 năm lễ thịnh niệm của Hội Mekong. Ngày 25 tháng 4 là Tết Khmer. Và ngày tháng 5, 16 tây là dạy đàn tranh. Tháng 5, 17 tây học tiếng Việt. Tháng 7, 6 tây chương trình tuổi trẻ mùa hè. Chúng tôi sẽ mời cô Thúy.
We would like to introduce Thuy Pham. She will be making an announcement, so please come up.
Xin chào quý vị đã đến tham dự Tết ở bảo tàng Bronx.
So thank you everyone for coming to the Bronx Museum for Tết.
Vietnam Heritage Center has the mission of sharing the language and the culture of Vietnamese people. And I will say that in Vietnamese. So Vietnam Heritage Center muốn dạy tiếng Việt và văn hóa tiếng Việt để người ta nhớ và giữ văn hóa người Việt. One of the ways we do that is through a Vietnamese school where we teach the language, spelling, writing, pronunciation. One of the other ways we do that is through events with Tết in February generally, and with Tết Trung Thu, the Harvest Festival in September. And today, as you can see in the program, one of the ways we like to share the culture of Vietnam is through a traditional Highland dance performance. So thank you all for coming, and I appreciate your presence and your appreciation of the Vietnamese language and culture.
Thank you very much, Thuy. So we have another speaker tonight. I would like to call up Tracy McDermott
from the Bronx Borough President's Office.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm very honored and pleased to be here on behalf of Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. Thank you very much for holding this event. I understand it's your second event here and it looks like a great success. And I would like to congratulate the members of Mekong for putting this event together. I know events like these are not easy to do, so can you just wave your hands and all the organizers? Let's give them a round of applause because we really appreciate your work. One of the things I love about my job is I'm the Director of Community Services, and I feel like I don't need a passport to travel the world. I'm here in the Bronx. I'm a fourth generation Bronx that was born up the street, and I feel like you can just go to community to community and see the diversity here. It's a beautiful place that we have here, and it's because of you, what you do for our communities, and we thank you for that. And I just want to wish you from Borough Hall a great, happy New Year, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Tracy. We are going to start our first performance right now. We have MT Viet tonight, which stands for Mekong NYC Traditional Vietnamese Instrument Ensemble today. So MT Viet has been playing since 2014. They have performed at the Suffolk County Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration, the 6th annual NYC Multicultural Festival, Celebrate Diversity, Celebrate You, and Mekong NYC Tết and Tết Trung Thu. The ensemble consists of Anh Thuy, Kim, and led by Ngô Thanh Nhàn. So please give them a warm welcome.
Hôm nay chúng tôi có MT Việt đã đến chơi cùng chúng tôi từ ngày 2014. Họ đã biểu diễn tại lễ kỷ niệm xuyên khoa County ASEAN Meet Pacific Islander and Heritage Month, gồm có Lina Lý Quang, anh Thu Phan, Kim Tô và thầy Ngô Thanh Nhàn sẽ đàn cung Không Mình Tòa Lầu, Một Mẹ Trong Con.
Xuân ơi xuân xuân về, thịt mỡ dưa hành câu đối đỏ. Cây nêu tràn pháo bánh trưng xanh.
you. That was a wonderful performance. So we're going to start on our first raffle today.
Now bây giờ sợ tiếng Việt, sợ lô tô.
Can you read the numbers? Can you read the numbers?
7644382.
So the number is 7644382 7644382. Anyone? Oh, you got it? So her prize is a water bottle, purse, a nightlight, and all sorts of random stuff in the box. Thank you. Okay, so our next performance is by a Vietnamese American poet by the name of Paul Tran. He won Best Poet and Pushing the Art Forward at the National College Poetry Slam. He currently works and coaches at the Barnard / Columbia Slam team.
Hôm nay chúng tôi có một nhà thơ người Việt gốc Mỹ tuyệt vời. Họ được giải thưởng tốt về thơ và mỹ thuật về vẽ tranh ảnh. Hiện nay anh đang làm việc tại trường đại học New York và huấn luyện đội Salam Ghana and Colombia.
Tell me what killed you. Was it the hand, the needle, mortality's precision pushing the thumb like a hammer to hammer? A burial, was it science, instinct, your lungs, or the air already pulsing with mycobacterium tuberculosis, another body calling your body its home? On the phone, my mother says I don't remember. Mekong. It was before my time, before Banwai peeled me out of her skin and my dead sister, ghost, indigo bone, bright as an unbombed sky before the bomb. Its slow descent, the years lost in between nights spent hiding beneath the floorboards, our ears pressed to the ground, listening children, harvested like blanched rice, stripped, strapped down to a wet bench, screaming without sound, their skulls shrunken, measured, a white man's pleasure incubated in a jar, a photograph clipped from Time magazine before time stood on its hind legs, barking like a mad dog wild, with iron running through its blood. I'm sorry, Mekonia, call it back, it's mine, call all of it back, the ghost, the unbombed sky, it's mine. Louis Pasteur was a French scientist. He created the first vaccine for tuberculosis. His discoveries confirmed that small organisms invade living hosts and in turn are responsible for bacterial infection. The Pasteur Institute was Louis' teaching laboratory. It exported knowledge from the colonial world to cure mankind, to serve the darker people, cure them of illnesses conceived out of their own darkness. The first Pasteur Institute outside of France was built in my mother's village. It gathered 300,000 newborns and injected them with mycobacterium tuberculosis cultivated inside chickens and pigs. Louis hypothesized that by injecting bacteria into these children, into a people more or less just chickens and pigs, dark and undone, dumb by their own darkness, their bodies might learn to save themselves, to barricade its blood against invasion. How ironic, this project of science, teaching an imbecile people, a farmed and butchered beast, to protect themselves, to kill an invasive species with nothing more than their own antibodies. Louis Pasteur là một người bác sĩ từ Pháp. Ông tạo thuốc cho bệnh loa. Ông suy nghĩ ra rằng là khi nào một tế bào vi trùng vô trong con người, hắn sẽ làm cho cái người bị bệnh. Cái chương trình Pasteur Institute là chỗ học hỏi của ông Louis Pasteur. Ông tưởng rằng là hồi Pháp tấn công Việt Nam, cải trị người Việt Nam, là ông tạo được một cái chương trình Pasteur Institute tại An Cũ, chỗ ở của mẹ cháu, ở ngoài thành phố Huế. Cái chương trình Pasteur Institute ăn cắp 300.000 em bé và chích mỗi em bé với vi trùng lao. Hắn từ cái thể xác của mỗi em bé đi, mà bây giờ tất cả mọi người trong thế giới mới hết bị bệnh bị lao. So why claim this? Why want any of it? The hand, the needle, mortality's precision, pushing the thumb like a hammer, a burial. Why want what kills me? This history, this unnamed murderer. Tell me, what killed you? Was it science, instinct, your lungs, the air already pulsing? Tell me who did it. Give them to me. Give me their artifacts, the evidence, the flesh, unkissed by dawn, the pigs, the children, unturned in the river, never given names, just numbers, datas, figures on a table, empires, uncalculated desire, all of them. The 300,000 dead, the millions and millions more dead, the ones still waiting underneath, bloodshot and grief, mutant, their ears still pressed to the earth, scorched indigo, bone bright, becoming gills, carving a door back from oblivion. Give me them all. Thank you so much, Mekong NYC. My name is Paul. I grew up in San Diego, California. My mom, right, Cal in the house. My mom came to the United States from Vietnam in 1989. She raised me on her own, so I've belonged to the No Daddies Club since 1992. And I never thought that growing up in the hood out in San Diego that I'd be able to be here with you all in New York City, so I'm really humbled for this opportunity. A lot of the poetry I believe is important and that I try to write re-examines Vietnamese American history, and so not just the history of the war, which is typically what Vietnam is relegated to, but the long history of our people's cultures, how we've struggled and survived and continue to triumph, how we build families here. And so a lot of the work I aim to put out there is to articulate those facts and to really capture the daily experiences that Vietnamese children in particular experience growing up with refugee parents. Xin kính chào quý vị và chúc mừng năm mới. Cháu tên là Paul Trần. Cháu đẻ tại Hoa Kỳ ở tiểu bang California. Mẹ cháu là một người vượt biên từ Việt Nam, từ thành phố Huế qua Hoa Kỳ hồi năm 1989. Nuôi cháu đơn không độc mã một mình, và vì vậy cháu mới có cái yêu cầu để cho làm thơ và làm việc học hỏi của sử và văn chương của cộng đồng Việt Nam, và học hỏi về cái chiến tranh Việt Nam để cho mấy người khác mà không có hiểu nhiều về đời của mình, có cơ hội để cho biết cái sự cố gắng và sự chịu đựng và sự thành công của mấy người Việt Nam và Việt kiều mà đã bị đuổi ra khỏi nước và đang chờ cho cái ngày mà nước của mình sẽ thành nước của quê hương của mình lại. Okay. So this next poem takes place inside the war. It is inspired by a really famous photograph taken in 1972 of Kim Phuc, who was a 9-year-old girl at the time, and she's running naked down the streets of Yangon because of the napalm bombing. I followed a procession of ants to your gnarled face, purpled bird, warped and without feathers. Your eyes weren't even formed when 1,000 starving mouths chewed their way into your retinas. Tell me, did the world click open upon your descent? Did you see the wildfire that burned the city, that took our home, the hydrangeas we planted and how they wilted in the flames? Did you see your predator's antennas stroking your small and blue-veined body, carrying bits of your faces down the anthill to their children to show their offspring what they devoured today? When I was 6, my family traveled back across the Pacific. We went in July, the hottest month of monsoon season. When I arrived, Vietnam clicked open. My lungs inhaled the balmy air, humid typhoon breeze, like a film looping again. 1975 in my mind, repeated and repeated at night. I slept beneath mosquito nets. My grandmother prayed with one hand and chased the ants crawling through the windowsill away with the other. Ants, like other creatures of abjection, travel across this world in colonies. How fitting the names we give them. When rubber became scarce, when the war in Vietnam seemed all but winnable, DuPont and Standard Oil asked a team of scientists at Harvard University to create a curious combination of benzene and petroleum, called this napalm, float this secret thousands of miles from Massachusetts, dripped it like their own piss across the Mekong Delta. And in 1972, when a 9-year-old girl ran down the streets of Yangon, arms flailing, purpled bird, stripped of her clothes, a photographer sent to photograph the war didn't click open his lungs to yell for help, didn't open his canister of water to pour what was left on her burning face. Instead, he clicked the eye of his camera until he won the Pulitzer Prize, and 1,000 starving mouths, hungry patriots, clamored for the newest newsstand, eager to carry the face of this nameless creature home to their children, to show them what they devoured, to say, look, sweetie, look at what America can do. Thank you. And for my last poem, I just wanted to thank Delina for inviting me. One of the first places I started as a poet was writing stories from inside the family, and it was inescapable then to write a poem about my aunts and sisters who all work in the nail salon business. And I've always found it so interesting the way everyday tasks can remind us about history. My mom is a seamstress, and she tells me that whenever she's bent over the sewing machine, hemming a pair of pants, she remembers the years that she spent locked up in a communist prison, sewing bedding and sheets for the Vietcong. And so I thought about the ways in which daily tasks as a nail manicurist reignite people's memories of the war. And so this next and final poem comes out of that. Hồi cháu bắt đầu viết thơ về sự của mấy người Việt Nam, hắn rất là khó để cho cháu quên về mấy cô mợ và chị của cháu mà làm việc trong mấy tiệm nail. Thì lại tất nhiên rằng là mình cần viết một cái thơ về nail, phải không? Và mẹ cháu là một người thợ may, và kể với cháu là khi nào mẹ cháu còn sinh sống để cho may tối ngày để cho có tiền để cho nuôi gia đình của cháu. Mẹ cháu nhớ về mấy năm mà bị nhốt trong tù Việt Cộng và cần may ra chiếu mền cho mấy người Việt Cộng, thì cháu bắt đầu suy nghĩ về những cái cách nào mà cho mợ và chị đồ về của cháu mà làm việc trong chương trình nail. Họ có bao giờ suy nghĩ về cái cô đơn và mấy cái năm màu thân hồi còn bên Việt Nam không? Thì cái bài thơ cuối cùng là từ cái sự suy nghĩ đó. Hi honey, welcome to #1 Beauty Nail Salon. I make you #1, okay? How I help you today? You want the manicure, pedicure, okay? I cure everything, only $6 more. You go sit down right there. My name is Giang, and I do very good for you. I make you #1, okay? The perfect manicure begins like a careful plan. Wash your hands. Remove any dirt. Scrape off the native coats with acetone and rinse thoroughly. Honey, you lie friend tip for your nail. Friend tip, make it look nice, so sexy. All my customer love white nail. For French tips, clip the keratin armor until your nails are slick. Keep each operation uniform, right file, top sides, push back the enemy cuticles with oil and lotion. The chemical arsenal of a Vietnamese manicurist named Giang, after Giang Chanh, a name that means war. Even oceans away, she carries the name like a war, the war like her own name. She's bent over, scrubbing your fingers, the cuticle foliage stir in her memories of slaughtered soldiers, her dead father, sister, buried alive. Honey, what color you like? You want red, blue sparkle? Trời ơi, I thought red looks so sexy on you. At a base, all 37 of them, each a layer of bloodshed. Make sure your brush gets deep down in the trenches, the hard to reach places. Maximum coverage makes the killing easy, the operation for beauty a breeze. To prevent the slightest chipping, add a layer of toyui. Ignore all your casualties. The children born without teeth, the bodies mangled by dogs, the bombs still bursting. Clean up any mistakes you make with a manicure pen. A pen is all you need to be #1, to make an ugly truth look beautiful. A truth ugly only to those it drives insane, whose careful planning it complicates. It's no coincidence why Vietnamese refugees operate the nail salons in this country. It's called racial capitalism. The beauty industry of America has been taken over by Sparkle Blue Sparkle nail polish mafia, offering you the Orient for cheap. For Americans, life in the Orient has always been cheap, but we remember the ones who promised us freedom, who burned down our homes, who dragged us here like dogs. So when the day comes, and this empire collapses down onto its knees, spooling in a pool of its own blood, we'll be ready to make them all so beautiful. Honey, don't worry. I'll make you drop dead gorgeous. Thank you.
Tran. That was amazing poetry. So we are going to start our second raffle tonight, this afternoon. So please take out your raffle tickets and get ready. Yeah.
Bây giờ xin xổ số lần thứ nhì do tiền gia An Ninh Kiều cho một tấm phiếu 25 đồng. Okay, would not somebody win $25?
Oh. Would anyone like to come up and pick up the next raffle? Can you read it?
7644-396.
That's 7644-396. 7644-396. So this is a gift certificate, $25 gift certificate to eat at Cơm Tấm Nhìn Kiều, a Vietnamese restaurant in the Bronx. Okay, thank you very much. So next we have DVL and VHC. So DVL is Dance Vietnam is an organization dedicated to advancing cultural exchange and mutual understanding through the art of dance. The dancers of DVL, Dance Vietnam, demonstrates the beauty of Vietnamese folk dances and cultural expression. This performance is featured by VHC Vietnam Heritage Center.
DVDL là một tổ chức vì sự thăng tiến, trao đổi văn hóa và hiểu biết lẫn nhau qua nghệ thuật múa thủ công và của đoàn DVL Việt Nam, tôn vinh vẻ đẹp và các điệu múa dân gian thẩm mỹ của cách biểu hiện văn hóa Việt Nam. Màn trình diễn này do các thành viên và tình nguyện của Trung tâm Truyền thống Việt Nam VHC nhập vào vũ đoàn DVD thực hiện để chia sẻ nghệ thuật múa dân gian Việt Nam với toàn thể cộng đồng. Xin mời những người cho tràng pháo tay.
mịt mùng, buồn chia tay đôi xót xa lạnh lùng, nhớ núi rừng, nhớ cây thu nghe lòng rừng rừng.
We're doing our next raffles and our final raffle for this after this event. So please take out your raffle tickets and get ready.
Bây giờ làm xổ số lần cuối. Xin
Does someone want to come up and pick up the next raffle?
Seven, 6, 4, 4, 3, 8, 6. 7, 6, 4, 4, 3, 8, 6.
Special Vietnamese food, bánh tét, bánh chưng, and chả lụa. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so our next performance is our Mekong's Lunar Dragon Dance. It is the new addition to Mekong's Performing Arts group. This will be their first time performing with our handmade dragon. It currently consists of volunteers from the Bronx community, Tom Huang, Omar Gordillo, and Tony Wing. They will be performing with drumming by Ngô Thanh Nhan.
Rồi xin múa lên. Ok, xin bây giờ đoàn múa lên biểu diễn. Và cảm ơn ông Ngô Thanh Nhan.
Thank you guys. Yes. So we are going to get ready for our next portion, which is Lacey, the lucky money. So children from the ages of 3 to 12, come up and line up and you will receive your lucky money. Lacey.
Các em từ 3 tuổi tới 12 tuổi đứng xếp hàng để lên lãnh lì xì. Đứng xếp hàng đứng kia đây. Đứng dưới kia kìa. Đứng dưới kia đây để lên lì xì. Quanh làng. Xoay quanh làng. Đứng một đường. Quanh làng.
Okay, so I would like to thank you all for coming this afternoon to celebrate with us. I would like to thank the Bronx Museum for letting us use this space, and everyone, all the volunteers, the performers, and the photographers, and the film reporters for being here tonight. Thank you. This would have not happened without any of you.
Cảm ơn hội Promism of Art and các phòng đã tổ chức hôm nay. Chúng tôi cảm ơn tất cả mọi người đến dự tiệc hôm nay và tất cả các người tình nguyện giúp việc Mekong. Cảm ơn tất cả những người đến dự cho quà và thức ăn. Cảm ơn hội Vietnamese và chương trình và kính chúc toàn thể mọi người nhiều sức khỏe và sự như ý.
You can now return to all the activities. We have more food. We have tikka, beef stew, the egg rolls, and the gỏi that just came. So please enjoy the food and the rest of the activity. Thank you very much.
It takes everything. Oh my God. Vào đây. Shake. No, you get it again? Shake.
Get a little sharper here.
So green paper, if you're not wet, you wet it, just goes up on it.
What a beautiful color green this is. We're going to do this one 2 times. One more time. Make it real skinny. Same side. That's going to be the stem.
I have done that paper. I see myself do that once in a while. I don't practice with that.
Always point. Always do this side. Always hold the point first. And then go on. Okay? Always do the point first.
That last weekend, June, is going to be in Manhattan. We rule. She loves it. That's my daughter right here.
Give it a nice sharp piece with your fingernail. That's it. Make it sharp.
Anna.
look like that. So left, right first, go down, and then left, right. Yes, that's it. This one is a little bit different. This one is start from here down, top down, and left to right, or bottom, and then the first, the top go like this. That means top, the reason they say top because you draw a line from the top down and you draw the ground, and then you say that is here.